So I'm joined today by a very special guest. We have our one and only HR manager, Harald Helm. How are you, Harald?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you. Very good.
Yes, good morning to you too.
It's a nice event here.
Thanks. So can you tell us some of the good HR practices that we use in PSI Metals?
Yeah, I think one thing which is very important that we have an employee development system, which means we take care of the development of our people. We take care of the development in a sense that we try to match the expectations of the employee with the expectations of the company, discuss it, try to come to common agreements so that nobody feels overwhelmed with what is expected. We clarify expectations towards each other, and I think that's very good. We always talk about performance once per year, which means that the employee normally should have a relatively clear orientation, how he's performing, what expectations are raised to him, and how he can cope with the expectations. The persons always can also ask for help and assistance to get there, and so far that's a very positive thing. We take a lot of care of onboarding people, so new people are intensively taken care of so that they find their way into the team, into their first projects, into their daily work, and this as smooth as possible.
Sounds great. Sounds like HR is doing a great job. I'm definitely very impressed by what HR is doing in the company.
Yeah, but you must be careful. This is a common activity. This is not an HR activity as such. This is an activity which is mainly done also by the managers.
All right.
And it's their daily job, so to say, to take care of the people, and at least twice per year to feed that all into interviews, which clarifies the situation between each other. So it's more a joint activity than only one of human resources.
That is fantastic. Sounds like HR and managers are working together to make sure that employees have a safe and pleasant working environment. But what are some of the challenges with these HR practices that you've mentioned?
I think the biggest challenge that we have at present is that we, on the one hand, want to grow very fast by a significant number of people, apart from the fact that it's not so easy to find all of them. It's also not so easy to onboard them all, because I think our activities and practices in the last years have not been focused so much on onboarding, because the number of people that we took on board was not so big. Now it is changing, and we see every day that it's a challenge to onboard the people, to find enough people who are able to coach, to find the time to coach. Besides their projects, because we have no full-time coaches, everything is done by people who normally are working in projects by themselves. The managers have a limited time available for new employees, and so far it's a challenge to balance the need of the new employee to come into the company, to find her or his way into project work, and at the same time to leave time to the coaches and managers to still do their daily work, because our management model is not so much focused on only delegating work by managers. They are very often part of the project work. And for this, you also need time. And to find the right balance is not so easy. And I think with the growth perspectives that we have for the next years, it will not get easier. This is the reason why we also, during these days, will have a session only for coaching and to discuss issues and positive things there, and to find a better focus on that.
All right. So then why should someone join PSI Metals, join our company? Why?
First of all, I have always perceived it in my life as a big advantage to work for medium-sized companies. I've also been working for bigger groups, and I think the level of independence, the possibility to find influence on what you do, to be integrated into decision-making, to understand the business around you, it's much better in medium-sized companies than in big groups. We are a very international company, so if your scope is international, you'll find a very good place here to also grow on that base. And second thing is, also in medium-sized companies, you can grow faster than in big companies. And I remember that once a manager that I was working together very closely, he said, I prefer to be a big wheel in a small company compared to a small wheel in a medium-sized company. And insofar, I think this is one of the biggest assets, international scope, and a very close relationship to people who take decisions in this company, short ways. And insofar, this is I think we can offer a lot on that base.
All right. So you heard it here, folks. These are all the enticing things that we have to offer. So if you want to be a big wheel in a medium company, join PSI Metals today. Thank you, Harald.
Thank you.